rounds of Chris Ford, aka Fordy. Thanks for coming back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. This video is all about long run fueling. Been getting a few questions on the old Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, actually some comments there as well, about my fueling strategies, what am I doing, any advice and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be cool to touch back on the subject. I've already done a video. If you go back, you can see it on the channel, but I thought we could go back and just go over what I'm doing. It may be useful for you, may not be, but let's get stuck in.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hey guys, welcome back to Full Run. So I'm Chris Ford, aka Fordy. Thanks for coming back to the channel, as I said. So this video is going to be all about long run fueling. Now, I did a video previously about this, and I talked about a few bits and bobs that I was doing. Since then, I've been getting a few more questions about it. It seems to be a subject that people are worried about. In particular now, as we're into marathon training season, and people are starting to get longer and longer and longer. They're starting to worry about fueling, what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. So I thought it'd be cool just to do a quick vid, just almost do like a recap of the kind of stuff that I'm doing. I'm currently on my long runs at about 15-16 miles. Funny enough, this week I'm going to go probably up to about 18 miles. So that's about 2.5 hours plus for me, because I'm currently running at an easy pace of around, let's say 9-minute miles, roughly, depending on where I'm at. But that's what I'm aiming for. So it's like in kilometers, I'm aiming at that sort of 5:53, 5:54, even 5:56 if I can. That's the sort of pace I'm trying to run my easy runs at. So if you're doing a half marathon, check out my half marathon video I did for half marathon for beginners, I think it was, because I actually did a vlog and I went along, and you can see when I fueled and when I drank and stuff like that. But if you're doing like long runs and you're thinking about when you should be fueling, as a rule of thumb, you should start taking carbs. If you're going over like an hour and a half to 2 hours, you should start taking carbs in from about 45 minutes. Because what you don't want to do is use up all your carbohydrate in your body and then not have anything to replenish it, because basically that's when you're going to hit the wall. When you get to 20 odd miles and you haven't been doing the process of restacking or restocking all your carbs that you're using up, you're going to get a problem later on down the road. So about 45 minutes. Now, big heads up, I'm no nutritionist or I'm no like super elite runner here, guys. I'm just an average runner. These are things that I've learned as I've done like half marathon distances and stuff like that, and as all part of my training. Sorry, I digress. So yeah, basically after 45 minutes you need to start thinking about putting something into your body. Now that could depend on your stomach and things like that, and this is really important now that you start trying things out, what you can and can't tolerate. In my previous video I went through it because I was taking a mixture of jelly babies, jelly beans and Lucozade Sport. I drink Lucozade Sport because at the London Marathon that's what they give out. It's always worth checking at the event you're doing what isotonic drink they may be giving out. But that's why I train for Lucozade Sport, because I know at the marathon they give that out. But I was doing a mixture of that, and I was taking 3 or 4 jelly babies every 5 miles basically, and then having some Lucozade Sport, which is a 500ml bottle. Because I couldn't really stomach a lot of the gels that were on the market. And then somebody recommended me a chai-based gel. I think it's called Huma. Yeah, Humi, something like that. It might be Humi. It's a chai-based, all-natural gel that I've been trying out and now using. And it seems to be, touch wood, working okay for me. So what I basically do is when I go out on my long run, so like let's work on the assumption that it's Sunday and I'm just going out to do 15 miles. After 45 minutes, I won't have breakfast, by the way, just a pre-warning. I mean, some people have breakfast before they go out. If I'm going to have breakfast, which I will do as I get further along the road, I'm going to start mimicking my actual race day of the London Marathon. So, I'm going to run my long run at 10 o'clock. I'm going to get up accordingly, have my porridge 3 hours before I run. So at 7 o'clock I'm going to have porridge, then I'm going to have my break for 3 hours, and then I'm going to go out and run at 10. So I'll mimic that. But at the moment I'm carb loading on Fridays, Saturdays. I'm having a meal at no later than 5:30, 6 o'clock, big bowl of pasta and then I won't eat anything to make sure that's fully digested for me. And there's nothing too funky in that pasta reba. It's literally just pasta and sauce. And again, I can't tolerate garlic, so I won't have anything in that. So I'm deliberately putting into my body on a Saturday and even on a Friday stuff that my body's used to, and I know it can digest. So anyway, I'll get up and I'll go out at 7 o'clock. And I'll have a cheeky sip of water before I go out, just to freshen my mouth up a bit after I clean my teeth. And then I'll hit the pavement. And then at 45 minutes, I don't drink anything until 45 minutes. I then get an alert on my watch telling me to drink. Now I will then have it's about a third of a bottle of I have 2 running bottles on my pouch. Stay there, and I'll get them for you because there you go, just for that. So on this bottle, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up, but on this bottle, which is 9 ounces, I will fill this with Lucozade Sport, and I'll fill one with water. And basically, I will split that into a third. I'll break that down into thirds. So I will then take a third of that Lucozade Sport after 45 minutes, and I won't just gulp it all down or anything like that. I'm not that stupid. I'll sip that, and it's usually gone within 1 or 2 sips. And I'll keep it in my mouth, and I'll let a little bit go down at a time. And that's on 45 minutes, and that's Lucozade Sport, because Lucozade Sport contains carbohydrates. Then when I get to when I've been on the road, 60 minutes, which is roughly at my current pace is about 10k or 6 miles, because I'm running at this easy pace. I will then, over the half a kilometre, again I'm a bit weird, I work in kilometres, but over the half kilometre, and the reason I like kilometres is because it splits everything up into smaller sections than miles. So for example, with the fueling, I know at 10 kilometres roughly, over that next half a kilometre is where I need to have a gel. But so I won't just go bosh and shove it all down. I'll sip it almost, because you know what they're like, the gels, over that half a kilometre. I'll then, over the next half a kilometre, wash that down with water, because my other bottle's got water in it, and I will make sure that I'm only taking, again, maximum 1/3 of this. And what I usually do is I usually take 2 sips, not straight after each other, just a little bit, wash it down, little bit, wash it down, and then I'll leave it a few minutes, maybe even another half kilometre, and have another sip of that water, just to make sure that gel is properly washed down. And that seems to settle it down a bit. I'll then carry on running. I may, depending if it's warm or if I'm hot or whatever, I'll then drink up to thirst. And when I say drink to thirst, I'll have water and I'll just literally sip it. So with these things are great, you can just go bosh, and you've got a little bit in your mouth, and that's it. But I won't be like gulping loads of water as I'm going down, because I'm conscious, well, firstly I don't want to get a stitch, I don't have a load of water sloshing around in the stomach with the gel, because that's just no good. More importantly, I don't have a wee when I'm out there. So then after another 45 minutes, I'm going to get my alarm come up again. So we're an hour and a half into the run, another gulp of Lucozade Sport, the next third of that. That'll go down. It's the same, exactly the same process, staggered over that period of time. Like I said, that like half kilometre, and then when I get to 20k, because I'm working on that, say that 9-minute mile when I'm doing the easy runs, I'll then take on another gel, and I'll do exactly the same process. I'll then whack a bit of water down, over that like half kilometre again, I'll take another sip. As I get to another 45 minutes from there, I'll repeat the process. So it's just continuing it along. I do take jelly beans out with me if I'm flagging or whatever, and I need like a sugar fix, just to really, pump up the energy. So say I'm banging along, and it's one of those days we've all had it, and my head's going down, and I'm really getting towards the end of the run, and I'm flagging. I might take 3, 4, whatever jelly beans, and I'll just have them, and again I'll just wash it down with a bit of water, and that seems to take me through to what I need to do. I am contemplating personally adding something else into there. It depends how I get on, but at the moment I'm very happy with the gels, I'm very happy with the Lucozade Sport. I don't really want to be eating a lot when I'm out there, because I don't want to get stomach problems. I don't really want to be drinking a lot when I'm out there. I want to stay hydrated, but I don't want it all sloshing about. I don't really want to be stopping for a wee every 5 minutes. there is a lot of chat again about people, you know, different things, cubes and whatever. So my message to you is get out there and try different things. This is the most important time now, is to try stuff as you're getting into those longer runs. But that's how I do it, that's what I do. Obviously as my pace quickens, everything will slightly shorten up. So I can use this plan to extend it or shorten it. But as I said, if I'm doing like a half marathon, for example, instead of at 45 minutes, instead of having that Lucozade Sport, I'll just whack a gel down with the drink, and then I'll have another one 45 minutes later, and I won't need the Lucozade Sport, as an example. But the idea is to get to that 20-22 miles and not hit the wall, because I don't want to be low on carbs. The problem is with jelly babies, they're easy on your stomach, but the one you've got to take a whole packet around with you. Can you imagine having all that in your back, in your packet, in your bag, you know, your bum bag, you've got to carry that all around. It's a lot of egg. So when you're out there running, the good thing is with gels, even though there's a lot of worries, concerns about them, and believe me, I was there with you because I was having troubles. They are easier to carry around and they're a lot lighter when you're out there. Obviously you won't need the water, you won't need the Lucozade Sport when you're out there training, because they should be on course to provide that for you. I mean, you might even want to take it out with you. I mean, I've run half marathons with my own Lucozade Sport, my own water, because I didn't want to stop and I didn't want to have the carnage of the water bottle stop, where everybody seems to, it's like a near death experience, because you've got bottles on the floor and you've got this and that, and people chucking cups all over the place. So I try and avoid it, it saves a bit of time, and I take my own stuff out. But for half marathon it doesn't really matter. But over that marathon distance, why add weight on? I mean, what's the point? So yeah, so that's basically my fueling strategy. Make sure afterwards that you are taking some protein in. I will drink a protein shake. I've shown you before on one of my vlogs, the My Protein stuff. It's a recovery shake. It tastes really nice. It's a strawberry one. And that just helps the muscles recover. I'll take one of those, but you don't necessarily need to do that, because natural food will give you everything you need. I do it for speed, because I've got a young family, I've got to come home, I've got to crack on, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But you know, if you can get your protein from all sorts of different things. The good ones like scrambled eggs and bacon, for example, straight away, you know, when you get home, you know, once you settle down, showered or whatever. But then make sure you're eating a proper meal not too long ago. After you've stopped running, and obviously make sure you drink loads. That's all part of your thing, so you're recovering, ready for your next run. But I think that's it. I think hopefully that was useful. Definitely check out a lot of people on YouTube about the subject. Definitely check out, you know, what nutritionists are saying. They've got a lot to say, but that's what I'm doing. If you want to know exactly what the gels were, put the comments in the comment bit, and I'll put it in there. And I'll let you know what they are. If you've got any questions, stick them below. Obviously, if you're liking the videos, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, hopefully that's useful for you on fueling, and good luck with your training and up the trail.